Good afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Just double check my phone. All right, we should be good. Although, wait a minute. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, so we are going to work on the Sanctum and the Oculus. For the Sanctum, I need to redo the model pretty bad. The model before kind of went past the 1 block mark. So we're gonna like recreate it here. Like I had some like extra flair in there. I'm just gonna make it a little more basic. I didn't want the bottom to be so thick, so I'm gonna try it on like legs. Right, so we'll see how this goes. Hey Law, let's go magic mod, right? Let's go. So this is kind of what we're looking at. Now the grimoires, everything should be socketed pretty well, so the grimoires kind of sit here. I just need to like revisit this mess, right? I gotta put some serious work into this, because ever since I made the Sanctum, I've hated the model. I've hated it so much. It's my least favorite model. I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is why I can't make, you know, like this is why I can't do any kind of like shaped models. It's been the bane of my existence. So I'm just trying to Pretty Woman this a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. 16. See, this is so much better. I don't know what I was doing before. Like the bottom, it was like a fragment of like a part and then another fragment, but it went like so high and then like a bottom. Like it was ridiculous. It was overly complex. This is gonna be so much better, I think. I'm optimistic. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, let's make another cube. All right, so this needs to be 16. Perfect. I really do despise modeling. I really do. I like the concept of the legs already too. Yeah, awesome. I'm getting there. How you doing, Durgred? Yeah, I figured open it up. See, originally what I was going to do is have this sit on top of a runestone, so and then it would enhance your Sanctum. That's like a future feature, so I wanted to keep it open and have it like wrap around the runestone, because like this is what it currently is now. And you could see like the Z fighting, like this is like 3 blocks in here, right? Like it's like off center. It kind of spills out a little too. Like it's not as good, right? But eventually, like it would serve a purpose, right? You would have like a runestone underneath. So I wanted you to be able to like see, you know, what runestone your Sanctum is over. And my thought was maybe the runestone could dictate how many grimoires you can have socketed, and or it could reduce the durability loss when you die from like the stuff in your grimoires. There's a couple ideas there, but I'm looking at the model and I'm like, instead of just like messing with it more, like I started to like remap do the textures and everything, and I'm like, you know what, just stop. Like, I got nice spiffy new grimoires here. Like I'm like, the rest of it just needs a little love, just a little bit. Thirdly, when we get in Hearthstone, I actually have a mod called Ruststones that are already Hearthstones, so you can have them right now if you want. Why durability loss in the grimoires anyways? To promote scarcity. so you don't research a single spell in this mod and then never have to research a spell again. You have to care for your grimoires, right? So if you die, these are like linked to you, so they take durability damage. When you go through the duplication process and you want to make, like, you know, a spell of like Aqua Burst, right, to like sell to someone else, it takes away durability from your grimoire. Right, so if you have a really good grimoire and you rolled really good stats on it, you could produce some awesome spells. You just have to maintain your books, right? The wear and tear on your books. Now, there is a way to repair it, you know, but if you don't care, then, you know, you're going to lose your books. It's a consequence of death, right? Like, it's a consequence. It just seems like a high cost making it disappear when it costs temporal gears. Well, it doesn't anymore. See, you are on the old mod. You are on the old version where I was using temporal gears and rusty gears and temporal fragments, and all that stuff doesn't exist anymore. Not to say that these grimoires are not going to be valuable, but yeah, they're absolutely going to have durability, just like your steel pick, right? Or anything else. They absolutely will have durability. Now, I'm nice, and I have it to where each time you cast the spell, it doesn't reduce durability. That just reduces the durability of your staff, right? Your conduit you're casting a spell through. But grimoires, yeah, they're soul bound to you. So if your soul suffers, so too shall your magic. Right. What was I working on? So you'll notice there's a lot more green. Everything with a green block above is pretty much good to go. These are... I gotta put the recipe in for these. These are actually gonna be how you summon these sentinels in a ritual. So since I don't have that in, I figured it wasn't a rush to like get these in. I still have to come up with like a recipe for like the torch holder and stuff, but I'll get to those eventually. Really, this is the part we're kind of focusing on. For the runestones, I will make it to where they are craftable maybe through the Thaumic workbench. Or maybe I should put a poll in Discord. I could put a poll in Discord to see, like, do people want to create these with, like, rituals, right? Kind of place whatever block you want, do your runes, cast your spell, and it creates your runestones. I don't know. Maybe I'll put that up as a poll. But I need to double check the Spellforge. The Spellforge should be working pretty darn well. The Oculus, I need to make a few adjustments to it. I do need to change the textures as well a little bit because this is the old Mana Stone. But for the most part, they just need to be able to take the new ciphers. Then that's just changing a couple strings. And then we got this. This right here, I think the Sanctum is just going to be a just physical change. It needs to look different. Because, like, this stuff is killing me. I tried to shift it over so it was in, like, one block, and this is what I get. And then it spills over here. Like, I could do better. Look at that. Look at that. That's just sloppy craftsmanship right there. I learned the hard way and had no spell after I died a few times. That sucked. Yeah, that was more than a few times, lol. You have to die, because I think it takes a random... I want to say it's between, like, 5 and 12% per death. So you died a lot of times for your grimoire to do that. To go away like that. And if you look, like, I actually have, like, Aqua Burst 100%. Like, that tells you what the durability is right there. So you can just take a look at your grimoire and be like, yeah, oh, look at that. That book's about to die. Let me just pop it out, right? Take it out and repair it, put it back. Died in a better ruin. Over and over, yes. Yeah, and another thing, lol, is that you are used to the scarcity that the old mod had with magic. In the beginning, you will be a sorcerer, a primitive sorcerer, thanks to all the wands. So you'll be able to cast all your basic spells and everything, and then eventually you'll start researching real magic and then get your grimoires. So I think overall it's a much smoother system. All right, let's complete this here. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. We're getting there. Definitely getting there. I'm thinking, I don't know how I should. You know what? All right, I'm gonna add another cube. Kind of put it here. Bump it over. Yeah, I think just one. I got that crease right there, which I'm actually okay with. All right, I think that's good. We're gonna duplicate this. This has been a long time coming. Just normalizing this poor thing. This thing has been battered and beaten. We'll duplicate this. Something like that. There. Wow, it's all gonna make sense. Now, I'm not gonna have that little, like, inner box. I guess I could if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to. Maybe it should be, like, a texture kind of thing. No, I don't like that. There we go. You know what? Bump it one more out. Why not? There we go. Yep, I'm waiting to start a new playthrough with your alpha. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I put a lot of work into this rewrite. I disabled like every single item and system in this mod, and then slowly brought it back while thinking like, how is this going to be fun, right? Like it made me face a lot of the flaws of the original mod, and there were a lot of them. You know, it's not like it wasn't all sunshine and lollipops there. It was, but you know, at the same time, it's like I was doing the best I can. I had never made a magic mod. Did the best I could. I think I could bump this back. I think this would be better. That way I can push this back in where it was. Maybe have that little lip there. You know, I actually don't like it. Maybe it is better like this. And then this part, I could just extend this out a little more. See, this is what I was talking about with the old stuff, because I had this block and then like this micro block here, right? Like it's like, why am I doing this to myself? And then see, like this was a micro block, right? So since I bumped this out a little, I have to bump this out like that. Which means I have to do it to the other side now. Oh, see, I don't have to because they were two separate. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I was all over the place with this model. It's a shame. You know, we'll just, we'll hit save. I'm gonna start deleting some of this old stuff out. File, save. The mapping's not done. We're just gonna look to see if there's any Z fighting. This is making me want to create a style mod for Vintage Story, and I don't know why. Oh, yeah? You totally should. I encourage, like, anyone who comes in here and they're like, you know, I have a mod to make. Great. Great. If you have an idea, trust me, like, make the mod. If I can help someone, like, make a mod that then I can use because it's cool and I like it, that's great. Ah, see, that's what I'm looking for. Things like that. See, it lined up there. It did not line up there. So that means this needs to go over a little bit more. All right, what about everything else? How's it look under there? Good. There used to be a lot of Z fighting under here. If anyone ever like looked at the old model. All right, so let's fix this. And I think I can see it. I think I can eyeball it here. See why it's doing this. This needs to be a 6 here. File, save, fireball it in. All right, we're gonna reload the world. I don't know how to make a mod, to be honest. Well, you actually, with this game, you have two choices. You can make a JSON asset mod, or you could make a coded mod, or you could make a hybrid of the two. Actually, so you have three choices in your mod style. I do the hybrid of the two. I like the power of JSON. Still a little Z fighting, huh? All right, I can. Oh, you know what? That's I need to push the thing underneath here. That's right. There's this little tiny freaking sliver. Where is it? Right there. Right there. Nope. 1, 1. I think that does it right there. So you gotta think, like, what kind of mod. Like, if you want to make, like, a DecoCraft kind of mod, you don't need to do anything too fancy, right? So you don't need a coded mod. You could just do a JSON asset mod. You would live in, I'll show you. You would live in, like, the resources folder. You wouldn't have a source or anything like that. And at that point, like, to make a block, I mean, you just copy, like, another block's template. That's it. It's not that bad. Now, if you want to make a mod where it's like a deco mod, but it's a lamp that you could turn on and off, you'll probably get into like a hybrid, right? Because you're going to need a block entity for that. You're going to have to get the inputs in the block entity on like player right click. It's actually part of like what my... Here we go. Like my mana torches burn out. So if you take Rusty Dust and you right click, sneak it right click, you could turn them back on. This is a block entity, right? So you need more than just JSON to have that kind of relationship. I'm big into tech mods. Don't care for the one tech mod on the mod page. Yeah. So it sounds like if you're going to want to do a tech mod that actually does stuff, you'll want a dual mod, right? You want an assets and a coded mod. I think it's called a compiled mod is like the third type. Do you know programming at all? Familiar with like C#, like, or basic if statements, or all right. I think we're looking better here. So I just need to texture this. Do I want to use the obsidian? Yeah, I do. I actually really like obsidian. It's my favorite rock. And I do use it here. So I think I could get away with it. I do like what I did here. I like that a lot. Nope. Well, it's a good time to learn then. There are guides like the game, like what Tyrone had made for like the modding page, the wiki, you know, getting started, setting up your environment and everything. It's a lot better to use. I think it's actually really good now. There's a couple things you'll have to, I mean, you will have to like maybe do a little research, right? Look up how to use if statements, you know, what a method is, how you can manipulate a method. Start basic, you know, like what I did when I came to this game, because I did Minecraft modding. When I came to this game, I didn't know much about C#, right? Because I did Forge modding, so I did Java. Really familiar with object-oriented stuff because of Minecraft. But when I came here, I literally made a kitchen sink mod. It adds some items, like I wanted a working chimney in here while I was playing. I wanted windows for my house, you know, like just the little stuff. My friends and I were dying so much in when we first started playing on our server that I made a gravestone, and that taught me how to do a block entity. I wanted to put an item in the gravestone and have it display you know, as like a memorial thing, so you could put like a flower or a block or something in the person's gravestone, right? So, and our when we spawned in, it was this like island, a little island that it spawned us in at, and then you had to like go swimming, you know, to get back to land. So I made the gravestone and just put a bunch of the gravestone blocks in that area. But, you know, I made a kitchen sink mod like that, and it taught me how, because once you have something figured out, you just copy and paste that template. You know, you don't reinvent the wheel every time you do it. Let's see, so let's put a texture on this and see what it looks like. I think I may go a little more primitive with the texture. I'm gonna see what it looks like doing all cobblestone, or my my magic cobblestone. Yeah, I'm gonna see what it looks like. It may actually look okay. Worst case scenario, I have to subdivide this out a little bit. Kind of like where my hitboxes are, so I have something there, have something there, have something up top, and then maybe something there. So it would look similar to the old block. But I may not need it. Because again, this is just for an alpha. It's not going to be a final version. I just want it to have a look. Alright, so in order to do this, you could go into here and do the remapping. I don't like to do that. What I like to do is actually find the shape JSON file and modify it directly. I think it's a lot faster and a lot easier. So if I go into Stations, Sanctum, what I'm looking for is anything that is null. When you make a new block, like when you're modeling, and you just hit new, it doesn't map anything, so it comes up as a, you know, as a pound null for the texture mapping. So I like to go through and kind of reset everything. So if I see anything that's pound null, I want to start with default. Default is a mapping for my textures, and it's actually just a transparent texture. But I just want to map to like something, right? If you ever put this on a bookshelf, I want to make sure that it doesn't have like any null point exceptions, because it's technically null. It just puts on a transparent texture. So anything with an underscore, I will set it as default here. Like legs all, that's going to be default. Legs 1, legs 2, legs 3, and legs 4. Here we go. So cube. This, let's take a look at the JSON. I could do material-rim 1. I could, you know, I'm gonna make it material 5. No, I'm not. Sucks that I have material 1. We're gonna do some remapping. I don't know if I have material 1 anymore. Shit, I do. Damn it. All right, so we're gonna do a little remapping here. So material 1, okay, that's the Spellforge. Let me close that out. Sanctum. So I'm gonna make material 1 material 7. I'm gonna push this back down. So anything that is material 1, we are going to turn it to material 7. 186 replaced. This is why I like to do this, right? You can add a couple clicks and you could just mash change things. Now I can go back to null, pound null, and I want this to be material 1. So that's fine, that's fine. I'm just manually going through. That should be all the nulls? Yes, perfect. Now in here, what I can say is I don't want it to be the obsidian texture. I actually want it to be this cobblestone texture. So we'll paste that key in there. All right, fireball it in, give it a load. So it should take my enchanted stone, the cobblestone version of it, and texture this. And we'll see how it looks. Could look great, could look like crap. We will see. So Looks like crap. It's kind of crappy. So it's just as I thought. I will probably have to subdivide this out a little bit more. What I could do... I think I know what I could do. This is going to be an easy fix. I will shorten... no, maybe not. Alright, I know what I'm going to do. So let's do File New, File Open, because I changed a lot of the mappings. We're going to pull this back up fresh, so I don't have to do the search and replace again. Unfortunately... Quick fix. Let's create a new cube right here. Yes. We're going to create a new cube. And what I will do is push it out one here. We will go... Shit, that's going to be in the way, huh? You know what? We'll see how this looks. I'll kind of bump it out there. I will bring this back just a bit. So it's like outside a little bit. And we are going to pump this out to 16. And you know what? Actually, I won't pump it out to 16. I'm gonna approach it a different way. You know what? This is actually better because I could push this out. There we go. I could do this. All right, we're going to duplicate this cube. And I'm going to push it all the way here. So it needs to be 0, 1. Instead of 16. That should do it. All right, so we're going to look for the 2 new cubes. Let's go back into the Sanctum, and look at that. It's these guys right here. So instead of material 1, I'm going to want these to be... Do we have a material 2? We do not have a material 2 mapped. Excellent, excellent. So I can reuse this mapping. What I need to do is copy this and paste this in here. And then copy Obsidian, paste that on material 1, save that, and I can come in here. Anything that is null, let's make that material 2. 12 occurrences. Made 2 cubes, 6 faces each. Sounds right. All right, now let's see what this looks like. It should look a little different. Actually, it should start to look similar to the original model I started with. It's just instead of, you know, like 35 different shapes piled into one to make a box, it's only going to be like maybe 6, 7. Why didn't I like material? Wait, material 2. It should be right. Material 2. Interesting. Oh, did I not? I didn't save this. Whoops. Fireball that back in. All right, try again. Yeah, and I think, so once this is done, I don't think there's anything more I need to really adjust in the Sanctum. There we go. I just forgot to save it. So I could do that. I could also put the cobblestone in here. That way it kind of breaks that up. Although, you know what? I kind of like it to be like darker in there. I think I need to put the cobblestone on top, definitely. and probably the back. What's it look like underneath here? Show me your secrets. Kind of plain. Oh, look at that! I got some texturing issues. All right, we'll take a look at that too. Ah, good. So it's not just me. What's not just you? What is it, Dirt Red? We're gonna do a file, new file, open. Open the Sanctum back up. All right, so let's, now that these are mapped, I can duplicate and it will save. Yeah, forgetting to save. Yeah, I'm human too. I make mistakes. Let me tell you, I've had an interesting week so far. I don't know if anyone ever had a week where they're like, you know what, I could be done now. Please and thank you. Can we not have ridiculous things? Like I had to rent a car a couple days ago. I was telling my coworkers this. I had to rent a car because my car's in the shop, and I had to, I had stuff to do. Like I work for hospitals, right? And you gotta, you do big network changes, like you need someone there. And I'm returning the car, and I don't know what it is. Like I don't feel like talking with anyone. And the lady that's checking me in, she's trying to like make small talk. I'm like, can you just, like, can we? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like you seem like a nice person. I just had a really long day. Like it's really stressful. Can you just like, check me out and I can go. And as I'm walking to like the parking lot, waiting for someone to pick me up, this lady comes from nowhere behind me, and she starts saying like, hallelujah, like the truth will set you free and all this, and I'm like, I'm ignoring it at first because I'm like, I don't know what the hell this person, I don't know where they came from. I'm just gonna keep walking. It was interesting. It was really interesting. I don't know if I have a certain look when I'm wearing a button-up shirt and like when I am more presentable than ever. But this woman's like, she's like, you got a light? I'm like, I don't smoke, I'm sorry. And she's like, smoke weed. And she like looks at me all upset, and I'm like, okay. Like it was just like, she's like, got some? I'm like, do I look like like I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm gonna get stabbed in this freaking Enterprise parking lot, like, it's like, she's not gonna believe me, right? She's like, I know you got some. Empty those pockets. Like it was fucking ridiculous. Yeah, like I have like a collared like button shirt, right? I have like my work badge on. Like I look like I came working from a freaking hospital, right? Like black slacks on, like, believe it or not, I do dress nicely sometimes. I'm like, please don't let me get stabbed. And if she is gonna stab me, at least I hope she washed the knife, like. Like it was just one of those days. I'm like, this is my luck. This is my fucking luck. Can people just stop? Just stop. So this is why you saw that weird texturing. Sometimes if you resize things, it will pull stuff off. What you could do, instead of going through everything, I know it's probably going to be a problem with just the legs. So you can click on the legs, go to tools, and then randomize selected UV elements. Now it randomizes everything, but it at least puts everything in bounds for you. So I don't have to go to each leg now. It should all be fixed. So if we do a file save, and let's see, you know what? Let's not see what this looks like yet. I wanna do one more. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna push it down. Yeah, that was ridiculous. And I tell my coworkers, and they're just laughing. So like their VPN's like going out, and it's like I need a couple Hail Marys. been my week. That has been my week. Alright, file save. Let's see what this looks like. Could be great, could be bad. What am I gonna make for dinner? It's just, I'm like, you know, it feels like Friday already, but it's not. I'm tired. Just tired. And this is the new look. So it's similar to the old. It's definitely more crisp. The bottom now looks like that, so it's not all obsidian, so you can kind of see the accent work that I kind of put on the bottom here. We're not getting any Z fighting anymore. Looks like I fixed the texture mapping there. Whenever I bring the, you know, the runestones in, you can actually see what runestone you have socketed here. With the grimoire, let's kind of take a little look. That looks really good. The spacing is really good. It looks like they are actually in each, looks like they're socketed really well there. It looks like this needs to be a little thinner, because it is clipping into the grimoire itself. That's not a problem. I can fix that pretty easily. So let's go back into here. So we got to do a file new again, right? File open. So I'll do that, and then I can push this up. There. Perfect. File, save, fireball it in, reload. I haven't done much modding for VS, but I know some graphics. When it randomizes the UVs, is it smart about it? I'm just imagining some stretching. Yeah, it keeps all that stuff together. The VS model creator, I mean, it does have a pretty big flaw, and just out of the box, it crashes a lot. It really, really sucks in that regard. But like when you're using the tools, they actually work pretty well. It keeps like everything, you know, like, so if you have any kind of like custom, you know, I want it to be a certain size and not like UV auto scaled, it does respect all of that when it randomizes. What I actually had to do was run the, oh, I forgot to thin that out too. But what I have to do is actually run it in compatibility mode. I found that fixes a lot of issues. Before, this used to crash a lot, but doesn't really crash anymore now that I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should fix that. Oop. Apparently it is smart. Yes, yes. It is quite smart. I'll tell you this, it is no block bench. I can tell you that 100%. It is no block bench. I think there is compatibility for objects, but you can't have animated objects right now. I think it's like something that's coming, but yeah, animations with objects you can't really do. Alright, you know what? I actually like that quite a bit. I think that looks good. Maybe I need to do something with that back wall. I could do something with that back wall. You know what? I will do something with that back wall. And then we'll be done with this, and then we can go on to, I don't know, something else more fun. I don't know, something else. What? Let's, We'll do that. Has the VS model creator been updated? I don't know if there is an updated version. I'm sticking with this one because I got it working pretty well. It does get updates, not frequently though. It would be nice to have compatibility with like Blockbench. That would be amazing. Why make your own model creator when you could piggyback off of something like Blockbench, right? So I think that looks pretty good. That's what the grimoires are going to look like. They sit pretty well in there. It looks like, I mean, that's minor. For an alpha release, you know what? It's a lot cleaner. I think this is good. This is going to be the Sanctum. So, all right. Let me make sure this is actually going to work. Let's pull out a staff because I got 3 spells socketed. So we'll pull out a magician's staff. I see. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to change the Sanctum a little bit because there are no more spell tiers. So I'm technically tier 1, which gives me 2 slots. So how am I gonna do this? How many slots did I give myself here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I gotta redo this UI. I gotta add the extra one in there. Shoot. I think I'm gonna move this down to here. Scrunch. I gotta redo this whole UI. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But at least that's something I could do, right? Like, so this is fine. Does it cast Aqua Burst? We shall see. No particles, but it does cast the spell. What about this? No particles, which is fine. Alright, so it did the wind attack. Will grimoires pulled out of creative? Oh, those were pulled out of creative. Yeah, so those would work. Let's try a buff. Let's just do... That's a fun one. I have no corpses, so I can't do anything with, like, corpse explosion or anything. Summon light's kind of lame. You know what? It's kind of lame, but I guess we'll use it. So let's take, gotta have an empty space. Boop. Pop that in. Oh, it's beyond my comprehension. I gotta pull that tier system out. Let's do that right now. I think that's in the Sanctum. Block Entity Sanctum. So I need to prune back all of the stuff. Yeah, that's right. I put 6 spell slots in there now. So on initialize, I don't think I really need anything in here. I did update this, so if you have magic unlocked, you can interact with things. This is placing stuff. Aha, this is what it is. This item is beyond your comprehension. So instead of doing, I gotta make a decision. Instead of doing spell tier, I think I need to do something with like maximum mana. And if your maximum mana is so high, then it unlocks more. That or I can put this system in, right? So you would have tier 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So you would have to put this on top of one of the rune stones. I could add that. Maybe that's something I should do. And then, like, with this, with a basic rune stone, you would get the first 2 slots, right? So this is like your entry level. And then when you put this one down, then you could get 4. And then when you put this down, you can unlock all 6. So you just get more spells. Just got back. Did I hear alpha release? It's coming. Is this going to be max mana now, like you were saying, right? The more spells? Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, instead of max mana, I could make it to where, because if you don't have the mana to cast a spell, that's what I want your bottleneck to be. Sure, you could put it in your Sanctum. If you get the fly spell and you put it in your Sanctum, why do I care if you want to waste a socket like that, right? I should not be protecting you from yourself. So if you want to do that, go for it. If not, right, like what you probably should do is put spells in there you could actually use, because it's a waste otherwise. So I could lock it into where, like, you know, basically you could either know a mage, like if you already have like a max level mage that you're playing with, and you want to get, you know, unlock magic, you could just like barter or buy or use one of their Mastercraft runestones, right? And then you can gain the benefits from it. So you could be a little mage that's like, yay, I'm unlocking spells, my first grimoire. If you have a friend that can make this for you, then more power to you. Yeah, the spell cost would limit you. Yeah. And that's what I kind of want to do. I wanted to get off the rails of like, you're a tier 2 mage. This, you know, now your color is green, you know? Like if you have the items and you have the mana, then why are you unable to use it? So this is what we'll do instead. So I'm gonna have to put in a system that can detect if there's a runestone underneath, and then with that number, that integer, I'm gonna have to save it to the block entity. This is gonna be a little bit of an overhaul, but it's something that is doable. I could probably do it right now, actually. Oh, look at that! The tooltip there. Tooltip block Sanctum required tier. So I got to get rid of all that too. All right, let's do it. Screw it. Lucky for me, I have a lot of this stuff done already. A lot of this code. Because basically, I could look at... You know what? I will look at the magic ward. Because it already knows to look for a runestone underneath. And then to do something when that runestone is available. So... You know what? Should it be a runestone thing? Or should I just have it to where there are different types of sanctums? Would it make more sense to have, like, a basic sanctum that has 2 visible slots in it? Like its own block? And then, like, the next tier sanctum that you can make will have 4? And then the next one will have all 6? That way you're not, like, you know, like, wondering why you can't put spells in, like, even though they're physical slots? Maybe I should think about doing that. We're gonna think about that. While I think about that, we're gonna make an Oculus. We're gonna make an Oculus, because there's a lot that we're gonna have to fix with this. I will make it right here. And we're gonna make it daytime. There we go. Pop you in the center. I'll just put you right there. Oh wait, that's the Thaumic Workbench. Ah. Wait, did I have the Thaumic Workbench? Oh, I do. I pulled out the wrong thing. Oculus Pedestal, where are you? There. Oh, Thaumic Workbench, there it is. I'm like, wow, that doesn't look as fancy. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Pull this out. I need runestones. Our first step is going to be getting this to actually turn on. There we go. So technically, it should be on. We can look here and we can see that it says there are 11 blocks missing because it's still looking for the old mana stone. So that's the first thing we are going to fix. Now I'm going to close all tabs. We got way too much open. We need to open up the block entity for the Oculus core. And I'm going to look for mana stone. There we go. So this is checking for the runestone completion. And I think what I need to do is change... I gotta change a couple of things, right? So this doesn't exist anymore in this capacity. I may make it to where you could have like a final level. I think I kind of want to make a hidden like tier 4, like a soft tier 4 where it's like really, really powerful spells, like ridiculously powerful spells. But you need like, you know, bloodstone or moonstone or, you know, to even discover that stuff. So I'm just going to comment that out for now. This is going to be ViesCraft, because the runestones have changed. Their names have changed. So we'll paste those in, and then instead of greater, it's advanced. Paste, 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 paste. And then this is basic. Paste, paste, and paste. So that should fix that. Now, okay, so I have enchanted stone in here. I want you to be able to use either enchanted stone... Ah, see, that's all I had to change. It just wasn't reading this. So it is reading this. So technically, the Oculus portal is now fixed. We do need to change this. I want you to be able to make an Oculus out of anything else here. So if you want to use any Astrolith, if you want to use any Zeganite or any Netherite, I want you to be able to use those as well. How am I going to do that? See, the problem here is I could do that, but it's going to cripple the ability to, like, hover and see, like, if there's any missing blocks. So let's break this. Let's break this connection. Power down, right? So it's telling me it's incomplete. There's 11 blocks missing because it's looking for mana stone right now, which doesn't exist. See, this block isn't needed. I tried to make this bare bones. This block isn't needed any either. Let's go into the Oculus here, because like the selection system that I'm using, the highlight block system, I don't think it's going to be able to dynamically check if it's this block or this block or this block, right? It's gonna... It's not going to work that way. Shoot. Let's go ahead and move this back into stations. Ah, the game is running. I can't do that. All right, I'll have to remember to do that. Let's go on the Oculus. So this part right here, right? Because it's looking for runestone, which the current runestone, it's still called runestone dash. I just changed the wildcard part. But the mana stone block dash, like this doesn't exist anymore. How am I going to do this? I'd hate to get rid of that function. Because, like, for Zeganite, block Zeganite, but it's just called Zeganite dash and then, like, wildcard. Enchanted Stone's going to be similar, right? So Enchanted Stone, it's going to be Enchanted Stone dash, and then I could do, like, a wildcard. But you can't you can't substitute block numbers out. I don't think you could do a by type with this. Because then I'm parsing all this through. You know, I'm gonna try something. Maybe I can. I haven't really played with this too much. But we'll see. We will see. Let's go to the Oculus and let's fix it. Let's put Enchanted Stone with 2 wild cards. And we're going to reload. Now, I should be able to hover over this, and it should tell me that it sees all the blocks. It should see everything is complete. Turtle called Calmy. Hey, thank you for the bits. Hello, thank you for Rustbound Magic Mod. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Shit. I thought it would do it, but it didn't. It says 11 are missing, and this is indeed Enchanted Stone. Enchanted Stone dash wild card. Right there, dash wild card. Hey, thank you for the follow. I like the 69 bits. That is a very me thing to do. You know what I may need to do? I may need to actually shut down and then load the world back in. I'm not sure if just a simple world reload is going to do it. And while the game is shut down, let's go ahead and move that Sanctum back into the active workstations here. Boop. All right, we're going to rebuild. Hop back in. I was going to say, why is it taking so long? Don't you give me lip. There we go. Is it bad that I'm dreading making the guide? I am literally dreading having to make the guide for this mod. I don't even know if it's going to be a survival guide or if it's going to be through the magic book that I made. Still says 11 blocks missing. So it's not detecting these. Oh, you know what it could be? Let's go back into here. And I think what I need to look at specifically is the highlight section. So this is the multi-block structure here. Creation process. Where was this again? That removes the portals. That's creating the item through the Oculus. That's resetting the process. Oh man, where is it? It's buried in here. I know it. It's gonna be highlight. Something highlight. So on block broken, that clears my highlights. Here we go. I think this is the part. Interact. Interact. Wait a minute. I think... Hold on. I'm thinking... Let's go into the Oculus. I wonder if it just needs to be dash and then wild card. I'm not sure how it parses it out, but we'll give it a try. Wait, I did fireball it in. We'll see. I really wish it was Friday today. I just had like a wave wash over me where I'm like, oh, work tomorrow. 11 blocks. You know what? It says Oculus incomplete. Oh, index was out of bounds of the array. I'm actually getting errors. What if I do dash none? Because this works fine. I don't want to lose this functionality if I could help it. I think it will help people to build their structures. I also want to use that when I bring in the gateways as well. I want to use the same, like anything that's a multi-block structure, I would like to attempt to use highlights. See, now it's like really upset. It's like outside of the bounds of the array index. And it's that dash rock, so that would be wildcard dash. For elements, I think none is the element. Let me try and shut down, rebuild, and then start back up like this. Let's give it a try. Don't see any errors coming up yet. Man, this headset's annoying. I think I need a new headset. I've had this for so many years. 11 blocks are missing or wrong. So it's saying index was outside the bounds of the array. Not really helpful. Multi-block structure highlight. So okay, so it's seeing something on interact. So it's seeing it in here. So sneaking world data, entity control shift, wrong tiles, incomplete. What line is it in here? 996. Right there, right there. Oh, highlight incomplete parts. So, I call shenanigans. I'm gonna try and just place it again. Still upset? I think so. What am I missing here? It's probably something really easy. Oh, wait a minute. Block enchanted, enchanted stone, variant rock. Let me look at this. Maybe there isn't a none. Abstract elements. Let me just take a quick look. I don't remember if I put rust in there or none. World properties, abstract elements. So I do have a none, so that should be fine. I could do this. Because it seems like it doesn't like the enchanted stone. Oh, it's not gonna want to duplicate. You know what? Let's put Zeganite in there. Good old Zeganite. It will reload the world. He is amazing. Oh, thank you, Law. I try. The way I see it, if someone likes the mod, even if it's only a couple people, it's worth making. And besides, I really want a magic mod for Vintage Story. When I came back before, and I'm like, how do we still not have a magic mod in this game? Incomplete, 11. So it's saying that, but it's not doing the highlights. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this off stream, I think. There's probably something here. You know what I could do? You know what? This is a good point. Let me, just as I thought. So each facing is actually gonna be different. I forgot about that. So this could actually work. This could actually work as well. So I'm going to copy this. So we have to do the south facing. the east facing and the west facing. Boop. I forgot about that. Because depending on where you're looking and you place it, it tries to build the portal in that facing. Boop, there it is. That's what did it. So it says 2 blocks are missing and wrong, so it sees these as valid blocks now. Let's go ahead and place them. Boop. It says 1 block. Nope, none. So it looks like it's done now. Good. Nice. Woo to you too. Thank you very much for that follow. Yeah, got it. All right, now we can do what I wanted to do. So I want you to be able to build this out of different materials. So right now it will take any kind of enchanted stone. So you have all of these patterns here, or yeah, all these patterns here that you could build your portal out of. I want you to be able to use netherite, astrolith, and zeganite. So let's see what we can do. Boom. It's upset, right? It says it's incomplete. Let's actually put this down. We will make the link. See, it's not going to be up yet. But if I place it here, the portal comes up. Let's get this working. Let's get this working. First way we're going to get this working, it's actually going to be really easy. I just do a copy, paste, paste, paste. 1, 2, 3, right? And we are going to look here. I'm going to select all of this. If it says block enchanted stone, I want it to say block zeganite RM. Shit, wait, is that the name of it? I don't know what I called this. Okay, zeganite, block zeganite. There we go. Oh, capital R, capital M. There we go. Boom. Replaced 11. Same thing here. So instead of that, it's going to be astrolith. Bam. This is the easy part. Actually making it work. Netherite. Bam. I can literally save this, fireball it in. We're gonna do a quick reload. And it should work. Oh, but you know what? This way, I may have to change this. I'll do it off stream, but I should probably check each place and say if it's this or this or this, and then do the checks that way. So this is not going to work, but if I replace everything with zeganite, the portal should come back online. Is it? No anchor detected. There we go. Alright, so the portal's back online, right? So now you could use any kind of zeganite. You could do it for all the other ones. But that's the compatibility I want. I want you to be able to mix all the different blocks to make whatever you want. And I try to keep it bare bone because I want you to build the gateway like the way you want, right? So if you have a wooden theme, go ahead and you could cover these up, who cares, right? But you just need like the basics. That's why I also have it to where you can have the corners empty as well. So I need to set this. The more important thing is, see, it says 10 blocks are missing or wrong because it sees enchanted stone, but it has no idea that it can use zeganite. how do I solve this problem? I don't want to lose this functionality. I really don't want to lose this functionality. Can these be chiseled? I guess, yep. I don't think so. I think when you chisel a block, it would no longer be a block netherite. Like, it would no longer be considered a netherite block. It would be a chiseled block. So I think you would break your portal doing that. Now, you could put a thin chiseling of whatever you want on the outside of it. But I think it does ruin the block itself. And, like, overwrites it for the chiseled metadata. I guess it's not really metadata, right? That's more of a Minecraft thing. So, yeah. How do we do this? How do I have this check multiple blocks at the same time? You know what? Let's give it a try. Let's go into here. And I've never done this. I don't know if it will work. Let's go into... Oh, man. This is west, right? This is west. So right in here. No. Yes. Yes. West. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make this 3. I'm going to have it say Zeganite. All right, so what is this offset? XYZ 0 0 0 1. And then this is the inverse of that. So I'm going to copy these two. I think this is the top left and top right. And I'm going to try and just put this new mapping in there. Ah! All right, I got to answer this. All right, back. Yep, yeah. I see. All right, let's see if this works or if I just blew it up. Because I'm patching into like the game's highlight multi-block structure system. So far, it didn't give me any JSON errors. We'll see. We will see. 12 blocks are wrong or missing, so it sees everything is wrong now. Ooh. I'm kind of curious here. Let's reset all of this back. And just have this. So it says 3 blocks. 3 blocks are wrong or missing when it should only be 2, right? Oh, look at that. That's tinted. Oh, wait, but that's Zeganite, so it's already blue. Wonder why it's saying 3 now. So I guess I can't do this the way I thought. So how does this sound? Maybe I'm trying a little too hard for something that doesn't really matter. I think maybe I could keep it as enchanted stone, right? And I can have it to where, like, if you need the stencil, you're probably new. Chances are you're starting off with enchanted stone. Fair assumption, right? Now, when you start to become more comfortable with this, I mean, I think this isn't that hard to remember how to make. So being able to replace it, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I don't need to do anything more than just say, yeah, this is the stencil for enchanted stone. Instead of the error saying incomplete Oculus, I could say enchanted stone not detected. You could still use, you know what I mean? Like, and I can list out the other blocks. That way it still gives you an error, but at least the error will make sense. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. So I don't have to spend any more time on it. I could just do this. Fireball that in, reload. Come on. There we go. Whoops. So, see, it's not telling me that there's any problems right now. It will see problems with this. Even though this is a valid Oculus, now I can make this say something else. I could say something like 11 blocks could be missing or wrong. You can use enchanted stone, zeganite, astrolith, or netherite. And this would still work. In which case we have our portal right there. So I could start synthesis. I think this is what I should do. It's elegant. Yeah, I think this is what I'll do. If you're this late, if you're this far in the game, you know this could be one of those secret things, right? I didn't know I could use zeganite. Now, okay, now the next question is, should you make it out of all the same type of material? Should I bother with the whole, like, if you wanted just, you know, enchanted stone up top, you know, do some kind of Frankenstein thing like this, that it would still work? Or should you have to build your multi-block structure out of all the same material? So I'm asking for feedback right now. Well, while I wait, because I know there's a little bit of delay, I'm gonna open up these M&Ms here, and I'm gonna have one. A single M&M. Oh, it's a blue one. If it's not a pain in the butt, I want to be able to make it out of whatever materials I want. Mixing and matching is neat. It's not going to be too bad. Honestly, I could do it in like 5 minutes. Like, I can make the mix up. Now, it's not going to be any materials you want, right? It's going to be one of 4 materials with all these types, right? So you'll have a lot of blocks at your disposal, and I could add more. You know, I could make it to where you can make it all out of bloodstone, right? Or moonstone, or, you know, it doesn't... I can do whatever I want, right? But it's harder when it's like, well, what if I want to make it out of a grass block? Well, the way I look for things, I'm looking for certain, like, tags, you know? So it sounds like, yeah, if people want to mix and match, I can set it like that. I could do it. again, right, it's not going to take long. So everything I just did here, I will need more screen. And we're gonna space this stuff out a little bit. There we go. So basically what I'm gonna want to do is copy this, do an OR, paste. We're gonna have to enclose this. And now I'm going to want to look for each thing, right? So if it's enchanted stone or zeganite or astrolith or netherite, and I'm going to copy this and paste this in. There, we can set it like that. So I'm going to copy this. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I can do a search and replace. Right, and then I can say 2, search and replace. Then we'll select all of this. Of course, it becomes a 3. Search and replace. Just got to be careful with lining things up. 4. See, like I said, it's not going to be that bad. And I'd rather do it now while I'm looking at it than, you know, have it be done like later. This would be 0.7. And in the future, I can just keep adding to this as well. So if I make another block, it would be easy to just keep adding. 8, so this would be 9. There we go. And then this would be 10. And then this final one would be 11. I can get rid of all of this. Whoops. And I can get rid of that. Save. Fireball. And the portal's back on. So now you can mix and match any block. So we'll just test it. We will get this type of astrolith. Let's do this netherite. And I will use... this is pretty cool. Heck yeah! Alright, so see, as soon as it detects that a block's missing, it is unhappy, but if I put that back in, so it sees this as a valid block. I don't know, you could do that. Maybe I want the bottom to be that. You know what, let's do that. Why not? That's still a valid Oculus. Ban! So you can mix and match now. Boop. All right, so I guess that part's done. Let's kind of fill that back in. Hooray! And again, right? Like if there's a feature request where it's like I want it to be made out of wood planks or whatever, right? I could add that stuff. It becomes a little more complex because I'd be looking for string names instead of just like a general block that it's extending. But it also means any blocks in my mod, I could link up to that as well. So if I end up, and this is on the docket, if I end up coming up with different types of enchanted stone that's infused, kind of like what I did with my rugs, like each element has like an infused color, so it changes the colors here. I could, like, depending on how I make those blocks, it would just work with this system because it would be propagating from the enchanted stone block overall and not like a sub-block in the JSON. So, future-proof. All right, let's see what's gonna break. Let's pull out a spell forge. Let's create a spell. I already know that I need a spell cipher. Let's make a neutral spell. A neutral tier 1 spell. We'll put this in. I need to draw runes around it. Let's get the runic chalk, the magic chalk. All right, and it should start powering on. So there's our little portal, and it is ready. Now, to discover a new spell, you will sit in front of this. You have to go into meditation and look at it. There we go. So I'm in meditation. I see the particles around me. I start looking at it. Particles start to form. We'll see if I'm successful. Your mind shatters. Nope. Now, it doesn't consume your spell cipher, but you would have taken a lot of stability loss. It opened up a portal, and you invited a friend. So that was kind of a critical failure right there. So let's try it again. So it's got to charge up again. Now, this is a lot faster. It takes like 30 seconds, I think, for tier 1 normally, but I'm in like debug mode. So again, let's sit down. Stare into the void. So much more horrifying in the dev version, right? So you stare at it, and you'll see like I have particle effects and everything too. Show it's doing something. There we go. So you begin seeing images as your mind, in your mind as the spell cipher reacts. You have discovered the new spell Resist Water. So I got the Resist Water Grimoire, or not Grimoire, but the spell cipher. Let's see. Oh shit! Oh, it's looking for runic parchment. Runic parchment does not exist. I never updated the synthesis recipe. Shoot. Let's do that. let's turn this back off. Give me my cipher. We're gonna have to save and shut down for this. I totally forgot to do that. Damn it. There we go. So what is it looking for here? Yeah, blank runic parchment doesn't exist anymore. Let me think about it. Maybe just the regular paper parchment. Instead of mod ID with colon, it's going to be .game ID with colon because it's a game item. Shifting fibers, bones. Ooh, Arcanus, Lesser Arcanus doesn't exist anymore. Now it's going to be normal Arcanus. Good enough. Good enough. All right, build successful. Let's hop back in. So much more horrifying in the dev version. That's what she said. Oh, Moobot. How I love thee. Sounds like everything has changed. Yeah, like I said, I literally disabled like every item and block and system in the mod, and then slowly have been bringing things back online and rewriting things to have it like work with the flow. That's what I've been doing. We are now seeing the fruits of that labor. This is a problem where it's not... Let's see if it stays if I do a reload. It may not be saving the link between the two things, in which case that's fine. So every time the server restarts, you just have to relink your Oculus. I think that's fine for a minor bug, although now that I'm thinking about it, I could probably fix it. Yeah, see, so every time it reloads, it's just losing the tagging. That's fine. That's fine. I bet that's a pretty simple fix. All right, so the portal's online. Throw it in. Hey, regular God-fearing parchment. So we are bouncing between stable and unreliable as well. That would make sense because the pedestal has no idea what these new rune stones are. So I understand. I understand. Let's just see what we can make. I'm curious. Is this going to blow up in my face? Or is it going to be fine? All right. It ate an item. All right. What do you want next? Oh, because it's a neutral spell. That's working. It wants neutral ash. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Neutral ash. There it is. Yum, 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 yum. All right, what is that? Oh, shifting fibers. Please make that. I'm just thinking in my head, please make the damn grimoire. Oh, that's it. Bone. What the hell was I thinking? Bone. I don't know how many bones it's gonna take. This should be for darkness. You should be using bones for darkness. All right, so that is, oh, that's my Arcanus, my new Arcanus. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. There we go. Boop. There we go. Temporal gear. I may change that. All right, so it looks like it could take any essence. Is that true? Yeah, I actually have it set for any essence. All right, so what we are going to do is create different types. There's going to be a darkness, a neutral, and a light grimoire creation. Some of the items are going to be a little different. Like, I think I'll use bone and rot in the dark for the light. Maybe like quartz and, I don't know, something else for like the material. Neutral, I have no damn idea. I'll find something. But I guess for now, it does accept that. I need... How much essence do you need? 500! It's using the old numbers. Jesus. We gotta change that. Let's get an obelisk. This is gonna be the best. Boop. Where's my chalk? There we go. So that should be able to function. Let's get a bunch of Seraphic Arcanus. Oh, and you know what? Let's create, while it's brewing, let's create the pillars out of... There we go. These rune stones. Definitely want the upgrade with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should see a lot more particles coming out. I gotta make that more apparent. So it should give me, I think it's 400 per item. Suggest feathers for possible light reagent, and future me hates it. That's actually a good idea. Feathers. I like that. What I normally do for that stuff, we gotta let that churn anyways, is I gotta... I literally like go through the items and I'll be like, what's good neutral? What's good, you know? And then I keep account too. Like, I mean, getting feathers may be kind of hard, but it would make sense. In the same sense, getting rot and bones could be a little hard too. I'm not sure with neutral. I'm not sure what I should have you use for like the neutral magic. Flint! You gotta take gold bars. Everyone would be thankful. I used to use resin in the rustic compounds. I got rid of the resin. You're welcome, everyone. It would have taken a lot of resin. Kind of cool how I can like see through it. Ooh, now that I'm doing shaders, I could have this be a portal shader instead of like how I have it now with like where it's just like a solid texture. Let me tell you, I wish we had animated textures in this game, because you could do so much with animated textures. Thank you. Resin hurts already. Well, that's why you need my my creatures mod, so that you could get the item that drops off some of the creatures to make your own resin. Look at this thing. This thing is a monster. Is this done yet? We got 400. All right, so it's churning. And we need 500, right? We need 500, yes. No Nexus or Essence Vault connected, but it does see the Oculus there. Or the pedestal. And it sees the valid link. So this is not saving. Either this is not saving or this is not saving the new information anymore. If I had to guess, it's the pedestal that's screwing things up. Bernardo is feeling ignored and sees how it is. Aww, Bernardo. How you doing? Hope you're doing well on this this Thursday. Oh shit, Bernardo, why do you always come like right when my alarm's about to go off? Literally less than a minute. It could be mere seconds. This is going to go off. You always come cruising in, and then you start to go on about how I'm leaving because of you, which is not true. Always, yeah, you always come right at the end of the party. You're kicking off people's empties. Come on, do we have enough essence yet? Jeez. How much essence? 800. We got enough. All right. Link. There we go. I gotta localize these names. So let's see if this works. It may blow up in my face, maybe it won't. Okay, so you hear that, Bernardo? That's the sound of responsibility. So the great news there is that it did not crash. I was worried it would crash. I was really worried it would crash. It did not consume anything, so that tells me the error is definitely here. This does not have an actual link to this anymore. And I bet if I reload, it won't have the portal be active. So transmutation cannot talk with the Oculus Core, which talks to the essence providers to actually pull the essence and complete the grimoire. So, yeah, see, and it spit everything out because it's not a real connection. So that's not a big deal. I do know how to fix that. But I'm not going to have time to fix it now. Just to make sure, yep, there's no portal there. So easy. Thank God it didn't crash. I was going to say, like, I was worried I was going to get a bunch of crashes. Because, like, it's all untested. So let's find someone to raid. There we go. Vintage Story. Who is playing Vintage Story? Wow, we got some choices. Ooh, this is gonna be a raid and run because I'm very irresponsible with my stream time. I am so irresponsible. Right to the end. Right to the end. Oh, someone's doing a hardcore thing? House construction, infrastructure. I like that. Don't fall. But it's autumn. Oof. Dad joke. I don't know. I don't know. I don't do well with dad jokes. I don't think I've really rated this other dude. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna raid this person. And they speak English, I think. So we'll do exclamation raid / raid, and I'll put in. If I copied their name, that would be great. There we go. Boop. Rigged. Thank you for making this mod. Hope to catch you live. Actually, I think I'm gonna live stream again tonight because I wanna finish the Oculus. That's what we're gonna be working on. And I don't have to wake up at 3 in the morning like I did this morning to go into work. So I can stay up a little later. Thanks. He's gonna leave without reading. Hey. I read things, Bernardo. I can make paper speak. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Like I said tonight, I mean, unless like I am dead tired, I only got like 2.5 hours till I can hop back on. But I do plan to, because I got to get this done. And I think live streaming it, I think it would be interesting for people to see how the Oculus actually works and what went into making the whole like grimoire creation system. I think it's interesting. Anyways, I will be relearning it as we go through the stream tonight. But thank you so much. If you have any suggestions, want to chat about the mod, any ideas, hop into the Discord. That's my private Discord. I got a whole section for this mod. Thank you so much. I got a couple polls in there, so make sure to vote. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye, everyone.